And the Trojans will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Offense working from the pistol. Handoff to the lone back. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the middle. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
They go to the ground. Running to Green. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6. This crowd full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. To throw, it's Mayava. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Well, it doesn't get any more open than that. Good read by the quarterback. He was looking for his tight end wide open on the play. Man, you got to make the catch.
In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, plenty for the 1st down. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's got it on the run. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Trojans. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Love. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Gets the back moving. Back to throw. It's Mayava. He's going to take off. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
The Trojans want to crank the tempo. Red pass is complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Going to the run, it's Sanders. How about that run as he drives it all the way down to the 13-yard line?
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand him the ball.
Rushes on him. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. What a play by this defense. Going the other way, and he's got room. 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. The defense does the work itself with a pick six.
How about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Brings it back out to his own 29-yard line before going out of bounds, and his offense will have the ball there. They'll get this drive started from the 29. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. And the throw down the gut falls to the grass. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Newt Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players to ever do it. I mean, Joe Montana for Notre Dame, Marcus Allen, his Heisman Trophy with the Trojans, and you're right. We could go on and on and on, and it always seems like those guys play their best games in this rivalry classic.
Wants to throw on first down. Deep shot for the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They'll go to the ground. Wide open spaces. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen.
Gonna let it fly. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that's his second big play for this defense. Man, he does such a great job locking into the quarterback, breaking on the football. 2 interceptions already in the first.
Got some room to run. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to throw. It's Mayaba. He'll throw it. Fires to the big fella. Help. It's a seam wide open. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter. First play of the period, first down here. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. It's Sanders. Crosses the 45 out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Trojans in a good spot here with second and short. They'll give it to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to...
Oh, a lot of space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The lost yardage leaves him with second and 11.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Looking for a man. It's Mayaba. Wide open downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. They are backed up, defense smelling blood as this drive starts at the 5. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. At the 15, he's loose. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
And what a play call. You could feel maybe a little bit of aggressiveness, this defensive line flying upfield. What do? Throw a screen right behind it, get it to your running back, let him do the rest, chew up some yardage, and make the big play for the offense.
On first down, here comes this offense. They'll leave it with him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
They're trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
Back to pass. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
He's got it. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Notre Dame lines up quickly. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big... Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. New set of downs after the completion. finding open areas. It's a running room. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Notre Dame once back up near its own goal line, now on the move. Pulls it in. It's Price. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Calls his own number. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Scanning the field, it's Mayava. Setting up the screen. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to...
Going for it all. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Turning it on. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
He'll bring it out. It's Young. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Oh, he tosses it back. That one falls incomplete. They reached into the bag of tricks on first down and couldn't pull it off.
During the week, you always practice these trick plays, and as a player, you're like, when are we going to break it out? When are we going to call it? They break out the flea flicker, and it breaks out to success.
They'll run play action. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
There's an example of a dude getting beat one-on-one with his quarterback getting closer and closer to his end zone, man. That's scary.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. It's complete to the left. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on fourth.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. The offense changing the play. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive the turnover. Touchdown, Trojans! And they turn it into a defensive score.
Man, that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll call for the fair catch here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Dropping back, it's Carr. Here's a heat. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Looking to fire. He's got the tight end. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on.
Forget the punt. He's going to throw it. And he's tackled short. He didn't make it.
We'll give the return team credit there because they were able to rally and get a massive stop. Now, the kicking team thought they had the perfect play, and they snap it to the up man. He sees his target downfield, throws the completion. Everything's going right. But the return team able to make a massive tackle. The gamble does not pay off, and that is a critical turnover on downs.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throwing right. Got his man. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He'll set up to throw. And here's the third interception of the night. Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Well, they're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're
There he goes! Ernie on the Jets! And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Trojans want to pick up the tempo.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but we're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Big fella moving. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
Now the play fake. Finds his man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Trojans. traveler in the entire Trojan nation starting to feel their oats as SC has built a lead in this one.
I'm impressed, too, with the Trojans of this one. They've got a lot of competition in conference week in, week out. You don't get a break when you go out of conference to play Notre Dame, but mentally, they've had a lot left in the tank. They are dominating Notre Dame here, Dave.
And it's so fun to watch year after year. Great uniforms, great football. This matchup, the Jewel Shillelagh, every single year is always fun to watch.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls and fires complete. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there. Second down coming up. Looking to pass. It's Carr. Skips away from pressure. On the move to the right. Looking for a big one. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. To the air on first down. He rifles one deep down the right side. Got room on the return. Return takes it inside the 30, down to the 28 as the defense has him setting up shop from there.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage.
He's loose. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Quick strike complete. Runs through a tackle. Making a little bit of progress there. He gets it to the 40 before getting out of bounds. Now from the 40, it's first and 10. Going up top again. Finds the tight end. Across the 25, he's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He stopped at the 5, but the completion sets him up with a first and goal. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, USC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fair catch, called for and made. This should be the last play of the quarter. Looking downfield, it's Carr. Quick completion on the out. Found a little bit of room there to get it up to the 30 before going out of bounds.
USC 42, Notre Dame 21.
So the final period starts with a second down play. Might be calling a hot route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads to the wideout. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to go up top on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lemon. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. The Trojans will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that, no gain on the play. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Gets it out fast. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Trojans racing to the line in the hurry up. They want to dance their way in on third and goal. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
How confident are you pounding the football now? You get in this situation, third down, you were very unsuccessful. It's fourth down, it's short. What's the play I know I can go to get this fourth down and get this touchdown?
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Notre Dame backed up in the shadow of its own goal post, looking for room on first down. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Looking for a man. It's Carr. Right down the middle. He's got an open man. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Looking downfield on first down. Still looking, on the move. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They have dropped a hush on this entire stadium, David, by controlling this game.
And there's nothing like shutting up the home crowd. You love it. Nothing like having a big lead in the fourth quarter, Paulo, and not having to stress or worry.
Yeah, really impressive just seeing how they were able to take everything from the practice field this week and apply it to game day. They've been locked in all week with the game plan, running and throwing the football, man. This has been impressive.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating the backfield.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He's taking the shot. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
This is so a Jesse Paul. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Paul.
They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's Carr. Bringing the heat. Rifles it down the middle. They almost had another interception. They're trying to set records out there. The Irish will need to move the sticks on third and long to keep this drive going. Throws to the wideout. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a fourth down stop.
This is exactly how you draw it up. This is a situation where you can have all the easy stuff. We're not giving up the big play. The defense understands the situation, forces the incompletion, and now has a chance.
Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but